You got to slow down because you're talking so fast. I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'll have to sue the courthouse for a 100-fold.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the,
you got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that.
Unless you are a price on a can of beans, we don't need a barcode.
All right, guys. Today we've got an absolute heater. Judge Oakley is back. And once again, he's dealing with a sovereign citizen who genuinely believes the law is optional. And if you've seen this judge before, you already know he doesn't play games. And he does not entertain nonsense. Today's defendant is facing serious charges, including assault against his girlfriend. And instead of taking that seriously, he rolls in with the same tired sovereign citizen script we've all heard 100 times. You'd think eventually they'd learn. They never do. So while you're watching, let me know in the comments. How high do you think this guy's IQ actually is? All right, let's dive in.
Mr. Bowditch, are you ready on Goodman?
Well, Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Goodman. Mr. Goodman asked me to tell you that the prosecutor in this case has no power of attorney over him. He's an Israelite. There's no grounds under the bar code this matter should be dismissed. I believe he may want to represent himself. You may ask for some clarification if you talk to Mr. Goodman, but that's what he told me to tell you.
Thank you. Mr. Goodman, are you requesting that you represent yourself on this matter? You're muted, Mr. Goodman.
What I'm saying is nobody has power of attorney law over me through the barcode. I'm the beneficiary. My name is not those capital letters, so I'm an Israelite from the 12 tribes. So what I'm saying is I'm representing myself. That's all that needs to be said, because that's what the law is. I got common law jurisdiction. It's a non-violent crime. So I push for it to be dismissed under the barcode.
Well, it's not going to be dismissed today. So simple question. Are you representing yourself from this point forward? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm counseling myself.
All right. Mr. Bowditch, you're out. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I said, are you planning on filing a motion, or would you like to set this case for trial?
I'm planning on filing a motion to dismissal because there's no grounds or no standing over my case, because nobody has power of attorney law to hear me, to even take this process even further. You got to prove that first. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me to hear this matter. Okay, I'm an Israelite.
You're saying, but you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about. You don't have power of attorney law. The prosecutor don't have power of attorney law. You don't have power of attorney law. It's under the barcode.
Mr. Goodman, please do not interrupt me. I'm trying to be polite.
Okay, it's under the barcode, though. This is what you signed up to do. You're a public servant. So
right, unless you are a price on a can of beans, we don't need a barcode.
Yes, I am. I'm a human being. I'm not a deity. I'm a human being. I'm a living man. I'm a living being. I'm not no cargo. I'm not none of that. It's under the barcode. This is the real law.
Come here.
Yeah, no standing or no ground.
Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date for your motion.
I'm only here to threaten cohesion.
Pardon me?
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
So apparently, this guy wants all of his rights protected, including the made-up ones, like the so-called right to drive without a license. Let's be clear. That's not how this works. Driving is a privilege, not a constitutional right. That's a settled law. But here's where it gets interesting. Now, suddenly, he's claiming he's an Israelite. And honestly, this feels less like a religious belief and more like a last-second identity switch to avoid being labeled a sovereign citizen. It's almost too convenient. 1 minute it's, the court has no authority. The next minute it's, actually, U.S. law doesn't apply to me at all. To me, this doesn't look principled. It looks desperate. What do you guys think? Let's keep going.
I can't understand what you're saying. I think you're too close to your mic.
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. Do you agree?
I can't understand you, so no, I don't agree. I hear you're something
okay,
all the time.
I want all my rights intact to me at all times. I want all my rights intact to me at all times.
All right, I can't understand you.
Okay.
Are you still living on border? Are you still living on Border? Mr. Goodman, are you still living on Border?
Ashley, keep yourself muted, please. Your child keeps crying. Thank you.
No, I live somewhere else. I moved.
All right. Can you give me that address, please?
I stay at hotel rooms from time to time because I don't have no house right now. So I'm in former hotel room.
Geographically, where are you at today?
Detroit, Michigan.
All right. So my next pretrial date is when, Heather?
It is March 8th.
All right. So, Mr. Goodman, I'm going to give you a date on March 8th to file a motion. You file a motion, we'll hear it on March 8th. That's going to be in person.
Motion for dismissal?
Whatever you want to file a motion. You said you wanted to file a motion. So I'm giving you a hearing date for your motion.
What time?
We'll schedule that at 10 a.m. and this is going to be live. No Zoom.
All right.
I'm having trouble
All
with
right. I
the
want
audio.
all my rights and text me at all times.
Pardon
I'm
me?
only here to threaten confusion. I just want all my rights and text me at all times. And everybody just got to prove that they got power of attorney law.
You got to slow down because you're talking so fast I can't understand you. I keep hearing all time, but that's all I'm getting.
Okay, what I'm saying is for the dismissal, I'm about to put it in today. You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. I'm going to have to sue the courthouse for 100-fold.
Mr. Goodman, I don't have to prove a damn thing to you, sir. If you're here on the
you got to prove
listen to your motion.
You got to prove that you got power of attorney law over me. You don't have power. I don't care what you're talking about. You got
attorney over you, Mr. Goodman. Listen
yes, you do. You need power of attorney law to talk to me. You ain't got no ground. You ain't no standing. You ain't got no ground to understand. I got the affidavit of truth right here. I got authenticate birth certificate. I got a letter of intent over here right now. I broke all my contracts with the government. I'm not those capital letters. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. My name is Israel. I'm an Israelite. I'm with the 12 tribes of Israel. You don't got no power of attorney law over me. I'm pushing for dismissal. I'm suing your courthouse for 100-fold.
Here we go again. Now he's threatening to sue the court for $100,000. Like that's ever worked for anyone. Reality check. You cannot sue a court for doing its job. Judges are protected by judicial immunity, which means they can't be sued for decisions made on the bench. Every time one of these defendants pulls the "I'm suing you" card, it's just noise. But here's what really gets me. The pattern is always the same. They commit crimes. They ignore court orders. And then they act shocked when consequences show up. That's not confusion. That's entitlement. And don't go anywhere, because next up is his next hearing, where he's already sitting in jail after missing court. Shocker.
Try it again, counsel. I'm sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Manning for the people, P84088.
All right. And Mr. Goodman, can you hear us okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Ms. Murphy, what are we doing on these files?
Judge, it's my understanding that Mr. Goodman has an appointment at the Forensic Center on January 31st. As Your Honor knows, he has pending cases in Frank Murphy. He went before Judge Michael Callahan yesterday. He was, his bond was reinstated with a tether. I believe Your Honor has put a 250, 10% bond on Mr. Goodman. You know, Your Honor, that I'm going to ask you to reduce that bond to something affordable.
All right. So I've got two files. One file's got that 250, 10% with a GPS tether. That would be the February 5, 2022 incident date. And then the other file, which is the misdemeanor file from May 10, 2019, he's just on a personal on that one with a GPS tether.
Right. And you know, Your Honor, that I don't represent him on the DV.
Right, right. But he finally does have a date for a forensic exam?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right. So you just want to adjourn the PCC?
Yes, Judge. And ask for a reduction in bond.
Thank you. And Mr. Goodman, have you talked to an attorney on the domestic violence case, or are you representing yourself on that one?
I have nobody to represent me. I think it was Langford or something was supposed to be my attorney. I'm not sure how it went south.
Okay. All right, counsel, go ahead and make your bond argument. But before you do, just so we're all on the same page, My notes say it's 25,000, 10%, no contact with complaining victim, and GPS tether. Is that your understanding?
So Judge, I thought it was 250,000, 10%,
It is.
25,000.
I don't know what I just said, but
Oh.
my file says 250. Well, yeah, 250,000, 10%. Correct.
So Judge, I mean, obviously that's unaffordable. Mr. Goodman is not a man of.
4. Honestly, nothing about this is surprising. Even the public defenders want nothing to do with him. And that alone tells you everything. Yes, public defenders are appointed to represent people who can't afford attorneys, but they can withdraw if a client is uncooperative or completely impossible to work with. And let's be very clear here. This is not a minor traffic case. This is domestic violence. That's a real charge with real consequences. And no amount of fake legal jargon, identity switching, or courtroom theatrics is going to make that disappear. Let's get back into it.
And his significant other just acquired new housing, Your Honor. They have a baby. Mr. Goodman needs to be there to assist with childcare responsibilities because both of them were working before Mr. Goodman was taken into custody. I know we've had some issues, Your Honor, with appearing in court. Mr. Goodman has had transportation issues with respect to getting to the forensic center, and that was his issue, Judge. The tether violation was simply a malfunction of equipment. So I would ask Your Honor to, and since they do not have means, Your Honor, I would ask Your Honor to reduce I'm asking Your Honor for a personal with the tether.
Response.
Um,
Counsel, you don't have to jump up to talk to me. I know it's instinctive, but it's okay if you don't.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is instinctive. Your Honor, in this case, he is before us for a misdemeanor DV. I understand he does have some pending felonies. I understand he's on a GPS tether for the felonies. I believe at this time, the most important thing is that he remain on, or that if he is released, he remains on a GPS tether. So in this case, I would not object to a personal bond.
All right. Ms. Murphy, unfortunately, this is one of those situations where I don't care what the parties think because I've got a long history. This building's got a long history with Mr. Goodman not showing up in court. So I set the bond for that reason. I'm keeping the bond as it is for that reason.
This right here is why people respect Judge Oakley. Even when both sides were willing to let this defendant walk, the judge wasn't buying it. He saw the bigger picture. He saw the behavior pattern. And instead of rubber stamping a deal, he delivered a much-needed dose of reality. That's what a good judge does. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because personally, I think this was handled fairly and firmly. And now, we're jumping into another hearing, this time with Judge Boyd, and this young defendant decides that talking back to the judge is a great idea. Spoiler alert, it's not.
All right, why were you late for court?
I really don't got any excuse besides I got insomnia.
I'm sorry, what?
I really don't got any excuse, but I got insomnia.
He overslept, Judge. That's what he's saying.
All right, so here's the thing. You need to be on time for court. Otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? Whether you're 20 or 18, guess what? We'll make sure that you come on time. If you're not on time, we'll know where you are. You know how we'll know that?
Got my address.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, y'all got my address.
No, because you'll be in Orange and we'll bring you over from the jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
In school?
Yes.
10th grade.
All right. Why did you only go to the 10th grade?
I dropped out.
Why?
Because there was like a lot of drama.
All right. So let me explain to you about drama. Drama is you coming before the court and not addressing the court properly. Drama is using slang and not proper English coming before the court. So my advice is you probably want to get your GED so that you can get a job, because now it is hard to get good employment without at least a high school diploma. And even if you have a high school diploma, it's still hard. Guess what? People who go to college, and I'm not talking to people who go to college and they're getting a degree in philosophy finding a job. I mean, people who are going to college, getting a degree in engineering, biology, they're all having a hard time finding employment. So you come along and you don't even have a 10th grade education and you're trying to get employment. It does not look good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
I was employed.
So that's a no, right? You're not working?
No, ma'am.
So that means that your mom or somebody is supporting you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you come back here on the 27th, you're going to come on time and you're going to address the court properly. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse?
Yes. Once you sign the receipt.
I had to include that last clip because it still blows my mind how casually some people talk to judges like they're hanging out at a bar with friends. Court is not that place. And circling back to the sovereign citizen case, this guy was screaming on Zoom during his earlier appearance, which is just unreal. Honestly, sovereign citizens should be required to appear in person. It's a lot harder to pull theatrics when you're standing face to face with consequences. And I just feel like courts have gotten too lenient at times. Fairness matters, but there's a line between fairness and letting people hijack the entire process. At some point, judges have to put their foot down, because if they don't, these cases drag on, waste resources, and turn courtrooms into stages. All right, that's enough for me. Let me know what you thought. Was Judge Oakley fair, too lenient, or exactly right? And if you enjoy content like this, hit like and subscribe. I post every single day. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.